your question. Jacob Infante.
Hey, Pat, how you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Doing good. So in talking with NFL teams, I mean, obviously you're a bigger guy for a tight end, but you're also a very good athlete. Do they see you more in like that traditional inline sort of style, or do they have you lining up in that sort of move tight end more? What is the consensus among NFL teams in talking to them?
Yeah, the consensus is that I'm going to be that move tight end. Most of the teams that are talking to me want me at their F tight end, move around the ball, but they feel very comfortable in 11 personnel, and obviously 12 still putting me at the Y. So I think that shows that they think I'm versatile, but mainly they see me at that F. They kind of told me they wanted me to drop a little weight, so I weighed in at I think 251 today, 252. So that's probably where I'm going to probably play at my rookie season, depending on where I go.
Nebias Wilborn.
We asked this to Shaka earlier, and obviously, one, how do you feel you did, but also, man, what's it like for you when you see those crazy numbers for Owe and Parsons, man, as you're doing your own thing too?
Yeah, I think I did, all I could do today to show teams that, I'm recovered from my shoulder, and I'm good to go. I ran, very crisscross in my opinion. Obviously, I still got to go watch them and stuff, but they felt really good and I felt explosive and stuff like that, catching the ball. So, I mean, obviously with Mike and Jason, I was training with them in the offseason, so I kind of knew what they're going to run and stuff. But to be honest, I'm more surprised on Micah just because obviously Jason's he did unbelievable and I'm so proud of him. But Micah, was running that 4.41, 4.42s at training, and he came out here and dominated and killed it. So I'm very proud of Micah, and I'm very proud of Jason, and really all the guys. They did awesome, and I'm just happy that I was in this with them.
Nick Farabaugh.
Hey, Pat. Nick Verba, Pittsburgh Sports Now. Running through those drills, Steelers tight end coach Alfredo Roberts was really running you through those. How do you think your interactions with him went overall? What are you kind of feeling from him in the Steelers overall, as Kevin Colbert and Mike Tomlin were both watching on?
Yeah, that's my guy. Me and him have a really good relationship so far. We met a couple times, and we're going to continue to meet. So he's a great guy, and definitely someone that I'd love to play for. Obviously seeing Mike Tomlin here and I'm the GM, that it meant a lot to come see me perform and stuff. So obviously they're great guys, and I'd be very happy to join their organization if they choose so.
John Petishnak.
Hey, Pat. Hey, looking at both on and off the field, how do you feel being a student athlete at Penn State has prepared you for the NFL?
Yeah, it's prepared me a lot. Obviously, with everything that Coach Franklin preaches in his program, accountability and being on time and just doing the right thing. So, doing that and kind of implementing that into, my pro career, it's helped me a lot. I followed everything Coach Franklin has taught us and preached to us. And, it's helped me this far. So, I'm going to continue to do that and follow that program, of discipline to, in my pro career. So, I think, Penn State has done so much for me. And I'm very happy that this was my decision to come here. And I'm very thankful for all the relationships that I've built through my time here, especially with like you guys and the coaches and just the community. So I'm very thankful, and I definitely love Penn State.
Nick, we got Will Fries here for you, okay?
Alex Cazorro.
Hey, Pat, just to follow up on that earlier question, you said you met with Alfredo Roberts a couple of times. Have you met with Mike Tomlin and Kevin Colbert yet, or is that something scheduled?
Yeah, no, I met with them a couple of days ago. And it was a really good meeting, and it was awesome to see them here.
Yes.
Matthias Ornelas.
Pat, Matheus Ornelas from Time Out Brazil. Congratulations for going for the NFL draft. The last tight end that Penn State have on draft was Mike Gesicki, and now with the Dolphins. And how do you think that the Penn State work on the tight end program will get you ready for the next level?
Yeah, obviously, me and Mike, Mike obviously had success at Penn State in the NFL right now. So, I definitely use him as a resource, and I use all the tight ends from Penn State using the league as resources. And, it's very it's kind of like a fraternity of tight ends, that, we always kind of bounce ideas off each other and talk about, ways to get better and stuff. So, I think, I believe that Penn State's going to be the new tight end in the next upcoming years, with Brenton and Theo and Tyler, I came out and watched practice, and they're doing a hell of a job in the new offense. So, I wouldn't be shocked if Penn State's considered the new tight end in a couple of years.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Brennan?
Hey, Pat, can you take me back to that Nike camp that you and Micah and Jason were at way back when in Jersey? What do you recall about that? And does that seem like yesterday or 100 years ago? Thank you.
Yeah, that seems like yesterday. It's kind of wild to think about. I see Max Rulin here. Having him cover me at Pentucket and as an 8th grader, and obviously in my high school career, and it's just wild that this is my kind of that it's here now. And I remember at the camp, Jason was a D end, I guess, but he's working out with the tight ends, and he was pissing me off because he was such an athletic freak, and I felt like he was taking reps away from me and stuff. But I'm happy that he definitely played tight end. I mean, D end here, because who knows what would happen if he played tight end here. But I love Jason, I love Micah, and I'm very happy for them in this day today. Hey, Will, can you relax over there? You're talking too loud.
Andre Monroe.
Yeah, Pat. In terms of like interviewing with the teams, what do you think you could bring to an NFL team in the league?
Yeah, I think I'm going to, bring consistency and being a leader in the locker room. I think that, all the teams, I have seen that I've been a 2-time captain, and most of the guys around Penn State have great things to say about me. So I'm going to be that guy that, is working it and, always lifting the teammates up, and, they know what they're going to get from me. And that's, 110% every single day in practice and meetings and stuff. So, yeah.
Prepare me for the next journey, and looking forward.
Donnie Collins.
What's in store.
Pat, what was the process like leading up to today, and what did being able to have a day like this mean? And I know you guys look forward to the pro day, the combine type of stuff leading up to the draft.
Yeah, it was definitely I had a lot of anxiety going into this process just with my shoulder and stuff. I hate being that guy that misses stuff. And so, even in the workouts, in the offseason where I had to miss the upper body for the first couple of weeks because of my recovering from my shoulder and stuff, it was definitely challenging just because, I love competing and stuff. But, it kind of taught me a lot of things about adversity and kind of always, taking care of my body. So I'm very thankful for, I'm very thankful for my shoulder injury to kind of show me, what it's like to, go through adversity and stuff. So, the process was definitely anxious, but I'm happy that I did as good as I could do at Pro Day. And, it was just a great day overall.
Frank T. Carr.
Hey, Pat, how you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Where are you in your rehab process so far this offseason with the shoulder? And as a side note with that, have you been able to run a 40 this offseason? Do you have a time or anything like that?
Yeah, so I'm 2 to 3 weeks to be able to be full go, cleared and in contact and stuff like that. The process has gone really smooth. I'm actually a couple weeks ahead of my original date time to be cleared. So, I've really attacked my rehab and gotten better on that end. What was your next question? So, my 40 time. Yeah. So I didn't really test anything just because, I didn't have the time to, because I knew I was going to run at Pro Day. But I might be doing it in a couple of weeks just to film teams and see what I run. But I think I've done enough to show them what I can do.
Danilo Lacal.
Hey, Pat, how are you doing? Good from Brazil.
Hey, good. How are you?
Fine, man. Oh, you had good numbers in college and you were always consistent. There was a lot of production in juniors years, the number of games. How do you think Pro Day can help you in relation to draft, even with your consistency and good numbers?
First round draft, take a second round draft.
Sorry, you kind of broke up a little bit. What did you say?
Sorry, how do you think Pro Day can help you in relation to draft, even with your consistency and good numbers?
Yeah, I think Pro Day helped me just because I was able to show teams that I was recovering from my shoulder and show teams that, my routes. I think one of the big things is a misconception that I'm a one speed route runner. And I think that's completely false. I think I showed that today where I can accelerate and I can decelerate and stuff like that. So, kind of just showing teams that, I can do those double moves and stuff like that. So I think Pro Day helped me out a lot.
Gonzalo Fabri.
Hey, Pat, here Gonzalo from Rojal in Argentina. My question is, which are your role models at the professional level?
Yeah, my role models, the guys I look up to are obviously Gronk, just kind of coming, just always, watching him growing up and stuff. But I don't like the name Baby Gronk, just a heads up. But I definitely watch him as a role model. Obviously Kelsey and Kittle and stuff like that. I'm watching Tyler Eifert a little bit. I'm just kind of, because I've been kind of comp to him. So just kind of seeing what he does well and what I can implement in my game. So, I like to watch a bunch of NFL tight ends and stuff. So I think, they're all good guys to watch.
to use them as a resource for the rest of my life.
Final question for Pat, David Miller.
Hi Pat, how are you doing today?
Hey, good. How are you?
Oh, good, cheers. Just a quick question regarding your time at Penn State.
Thank you.
Is there a memory or a moment that you sort of hang your hat on, sort of will take with you towards the NFL?
Yeah, the best memory, I would say was just probably the locker room after wins and just kind of being around the locker room and the guys, building relationships that I'm going to have for a lifetime. And I still talk to older guys that I've been, I was here as a freshman. So just those relationships that I built and just kind of being around those guys and just kind of, doing all the fun stuff that we all did together, go out downtown and go get food and all that kind of stuff. So I'm definitely going to miss that a bunch, but I'm very thankful for my memories here.
Pat, really appreciate the time. Thank you.
Hey, do you mind if we have Mac ask a question? Because he's my guy from hometown. I see his hand raised. Max Rule, I see his hand raised. So.
Is that all right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Awesome. Hey, thanks, Pat. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
So just real quick from me, obviously you shouted out Pentucket earlier. So two-part question. First, what have those guys meant for you as you've gone through this draft process, and how have they, like the hometown guys, have helped you over the last couple of months? And then part two, have a Patriots related question. Have the Patriots reached out to you at all throughout this process?
Yeah. So obviously, those guys in Pentucket, that's where my football career started. And, obviously I'm very thankful for the Brooks School and everything they've done. And that's kind of who I rep. But, obviously Pentucket was, just a big influence on me. Guys like Ryan Kuchar and Eric Hardway and DJ Engelke and just those guys. Obviously my brother just kind of, taking me under their wing and showing me, how to compete and stuff like that. So I'm very thankful for those guys and very thankful for the relationships that I built up at Pentucket. I'm going to be at the game Friday night. If I might see you there. Against Linfield. So, I love Pentucket. I love all the people in there. I'm very happy to rep them, and same with Brooks. And yeah, the Patriots have reached out early on in the process, but obviously with their tight end signings recently, they haven't reached out a bunch. So, I talked to them early, but not recently.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Pat.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.